Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
L'Amérique n'a pas bloqué nous. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a un point qui est vous paye presse. L'Amérique n'a pas bloqué. T'as mon bien de moi avec moi au nous. En somme, on va battre au moins néo. Mon temps dit est à mon moyen. Ça va bien faire moins vite. Abela lokan yo. Kago so ajulo. Hey. Awaye. Ati oro a. Yao. Abela lokan yo. Bibi to jogba yi. Bibi to number. Ma ti si mo fen yo. Manager Gigi. Ouais, t'es jamais forcé ou. Si tu connais, tu connais. L'animateur Choco, Nosca, Yassin, de Toyebi. L'homme a tout fait pour Mivito. Aniché les deux.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in a country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people. Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in a country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it. Good evening, folks. Samson to Labra Pub Radio. I'm sitting in tonight again for Mr. Soul, always on assignment. And I want to say thanks to everyone that continues support. We appreciate all of you again tonight. Please share this video, share it to as many people as possible. We're ready again tonight to have a conversation. We do this every day, just so that you can have conversation with us. We will try to be as much as less tabata tonight than as usual. I really have fun last night. Like I said, I don't mind coming in front of my brothers and sisters, making a fool out of myself. I enjoy that. But on a very serious note, Mr. So is out tonight. Safety, Lord Jesus, as we come before you again tonight, we ask you for your continued blessing. We ask you to protect all of us. Give us wisdom. Give us the strength to do what we do, go to work. We ask you, my Lord, continue to guide us. Guide us. We put ourselves in your hands. My Lord Jesus, we ask again tonight, we pray for the Republic of Liberia. We pray for the people of the Republic of Liberia. We pray for the President of the Republic of Liberia. My Lord, give him wisdom, guide his hands as he go out in these public forums to discuss Liberia issue and things that are affecting Liberia. Guide him. As he asks for anything and from anybody on behalf of the Liberian people, bless his hands. My Lord, we ask that you continue to give him long life. He has a job to do for us, and he's doing it effectively. We ask you, my Lord, give him strength. Give him more wisdom to do what is good for our people. My Lord, we ask that you continue to bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, folks. As I stated, Mr. Soul is on assignment, and he's not going to be joining us tonight. And I'm in charge. I'm not going to do a lot of laughing tonight, but I'm in charge. So we want to thank all of you again, all of you for your continued support of Liberia Public Radio. Please share this video, share it to as many people as you can, because by you sharing, it helps us as well. It helps people who you're sharing it to, help them to understand that they don't have to come tomorrow and watch. They can watch it now. Thank you. Thank you. Folks, as you know, I'm a strong support, not member of Unity Party, Liberty Party, USA. We have two. I don't know what I did not put it together. I don't know yet. But I'm a member of Liberty Party, USA. Okay? Now, but I do support this president and his agenda. And whenever we have the opportunity to come out here, we will do so. My coming on here from time to time talking about engineering stuff is not about wanting job, but strictly for people to see how terrible job these people are doing for us. And I want them to understand. I don't hate them. For me, they are good engineers. There's no question asked. But instead of doing what is right, they're trying to do shortcut. So from that perspective, we come out here to try to tell you there's no good shortcut when it comes to road construction, road design, and what have you. However, what is happening in this government, things that we're reading, things that we're hearing, and I will speak, I've been trying to avoid on the modal issue for a very long time. Not that I'm not able to talk about it. What I want from them, they got nothing to give me. I can't want anything from them. But I believe the father of the nation has it under control. I still believe that. But as a talk show host, and these are topics that many people would like to discuss, and therefore we're going to engage expressing our own opinion on it as well, which we're entitled to. We have our own opinion. Opinion is like, you know what, everybody got it. You would want to sweep under the rug. Halaba, Sibi Sala, beg you. Let me go on. So Adi Modal, Andy Modal or Adi Modal, I don't even know these people. They don't know me. In this whole government, I think I only know Sir Johnny at the higher level. He even I bet you Sir Johnny probably feeling forgetting about me now. He ain't even remember me again. If you put me, well, no, because he saw me maybe 2 years ago. My brother, who also a good friend of Sir Johnny, died in Rhode Island. So he still maybe because I was there, I spoke to him. He and I talked briefly. So maybe when you say this is Samson, maybe. So, but so Sir Johnny. Anthony Cassidy, forget it. He said he know me again. I say I don't know him too. Let him go away. Let him go away. That's fine. Prince Tamba, who is the Deputy Minister at Public Work, Technical Affairs. So those are the. Let me see who else in the government that I know. Who else that I know? Oh, I know D Flow. I know Falcon. So 5 people, but the people that I know, go. No, good people that we associate ourselves with. So I don't. It's not like I'm not like George Lobo type. So when I come out here to speak about President Bakai, thank you, Josh. Thank you. We will express our opinion on this as well. But when I come out here to speak, I am not speaking because I'm inner circle. I'm not. They don't even know me. The people that I just named, let me name them again. Sir Johnny, Honorable Sir Johnny is the honorable man now. So Honorable Sir Johnny, Honorable Frank Prince Tamba, Honorable Falcon, Honorable D Flow, and who else? There were 5 of them, wasn't it? I think I need 5 before. Okay, let me start again. Oh no, let me start again. Because if Anthony Cassidy forget it, he know me again. I say I don't know him too. So yeah, myself we finish. I don't know him, he don't know me. That's good. Let him go away, I'll go my way. Sir Johnny, I said, Prince Tamba, I said, D Flow, I said, Fagon, I said, 4. Was it 4? Who was the 5th one? So you see, they don't know me, I don't know them. The 4 people that are counting, I think maybe one other person. But who in the government that I know? Who the minister that I know? Nobody. I don't know these people. But when I come here to speak, I've never met this president before in my life. He doesn't even, when you go to you say Samson, you say, who's Samson? You don't even know what total is in Liberia. So I'm not speaking because I'm part of them, or because I'm with them, or because I know them. I just admire this president. I admire his willpower to do what he's doing for our country. And as a Liberian, someone who has witnessed. Let me hold my hand again tonight. Up tonight, folks, I sent a link out there already. Jerry Barker, Honorable Jerry Barker. If you haven't gotten the link, please text me, and I'll try to copy and text it to you. But let me start again. In Monrovia, I was there. I saw a Kolo when they buried Tubman. That was my first. No. My first incident of Monrovia. When I came to Monrovia, the band usually do big shot come up when they died. That they band from the barracks. The band is made up of crown and loma. Crown, loma, and nimapio. That they band the LNG band they call it. But anyway, my father used to be at the top there, but he couldn't read or write, but he could read music. He didn't know how to write music, but he could read music and he could teach music, and that's why they have him there. So, but when I came to Montreal the first time, very, very, very young, I couldn't be anything more than 6 or 7 years old when I came to Montreal. So one day they're going to go take the body from From Annecy, where was Annecy at it? Hey man, my mind is scared. Where was Annecy in those days? But anyway, the dead body was at the barracks. They have a place over there where they used to keep wake. It's a big place. So they took the body from there and they were taking the body to Mama Point before they would bring the body back to Center Street to bury. So I followed the band because I enjoyed the band. They were no most of the band members there, they know my because they used to come and borrow. I mean, go come and credit and Deepa and Doma and some fufu from my mom. My mom used to sell in the barracks. But that's a different thing. So I knew most of them. And they knew me too. So I followed them. They followed them. Look, they were going. You know, Honorable Chege, at that time he was still young. They were going to doom, bam, doom. I was following them, marching on the sidewalk, marching with my tear pins. But who cares? I'm from the barracks. I got close. Who cares? Tear pin, who cares? The t-shirt, who cares? I want you Maria. That's all I care for. I was not in total again. I was in Maria. I was civilized now. I was in Maria. I was civilized. Well, it doesn't matter. So I boom, 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 boom. Went to Mama Point. After the finished putting the barrel down, the people started coming by. Instead of me to follow them, I said, I want to see Maria, my people. I left from Mama Point. I took Benson Street all the way to Camp Johnson Road. And if God will have it, I make a right on Camp Johnson Road. I got to McDonald Street where they used to have Oreo over there. From there to the barracks, it's less than 1 minute or 2 minutes the most. I got lost, my people. I couldn't find my way to the barracks. I started around 1 o'clock, 5:30. I couldn't find from right there Camp Johnson Road to the barracks. All I had to do, I think, on McDonald Street. I just had to walk straight there, and the barracks gate was right there. I couldn't find my way, my people. I started crying. I'm in trouble. Why I come to Montreal for? I was doing good in town. I was the best in town. When it comes to fighting in town, I was the best. Why doing in Montreal? I lost, my people. Luckily for me, my cousin in San Rafael now, he came. He knew me. Two of them, the other one's dead now. He came. Samson, what are you doing here? I said, I got lost. So they saw me crying. What happened? What you mean you got lost? Are you living with your mom in the barracks? I said, yeah, but I don't know how to get to the barracks. The other one started laughing. Say, what do you mean you know how to get to the barracks? Your barracks right there. Then you say you know how to get to it? I said, where? He said, cousin, look, go down straight to the street, man. I went there, the barracks there. That was my first encounter. When Tubman died in 1971, I was in Monrovia, young, very young. I couldn't be more than 6, 7 years old. But I better not give it down people know my age. But anyhow, when Tubman died, I was in Monrovia. So where they buried Tubman now? I think now that I think they said Richard Vanny Rich, whoever did that sculpture behind that building, that's where they buried Tubman. We were there when they went to bury Tubman and put our light on. We found our way. I was going between people. I saw that. Okay. Then, when I started growing up in Montreal became part of me. I became part of Montreal. I was in Slipway. I was everywhere. They said that. When I began to know a little bit about Nyama, I started respecting myself. I started dressing a little bit. I started doing a little here and there to look good. At that time, I wasn't on Minister of Education. I started doing good here and there. Ijera was that night. Follow the conversation, path, photo soldier, everything. Then the Rice Riot came, 1979. Koro, I was there when it started. God, my witness. I'm going to go into detail right now. Then 1980, I was there, I saw it. The two things in Liberian history that I know I didn't see. I didn't see Southtown War. I wasn't even born by that time. I didn't see the war, the 1989 war. I didn't see it. But I've seen everything, most everything. So when George Weah became president, I was in Liberia for inauguration. I was at the Anthony Tutman, at the how do you call it, Samuel K.D. Stadium as a journalist for LPR, programming, announcing, and carrying it live. When they had the inaugural that day, the sun was hot. I was there. I watched that. The first time in the history of Liberia where the sitting president turning over power for power business people die in our country because of greedy power business people die. But I saw the president turning over the power to the young man, President Weah, to take over the country. I was so happy. I was happy from two fronts. And I will say this, and I don't mean to be condescending or anything like that, but someone who really participated in the coup of Liberia at a higher level, even though I was older than him, he was a little boy, but participated in the coup for one man, one vote business. That was the only reason why he decided to join. That was the only reason. One man, one vote, because that's the thing Bacchus Murphy they had put in his head when he was the army man in the barrack. One man, one vote, and that's all he wanted. So somebody who have suffered as well, and the war came and destroyed the entire country right before our own eyes. To see that transition, yeah, somebody at that time, I already got a GED. I'm an engineer now, but that time I was just a GED person. 2018, I was just GED. I didn't even get high school, but I was happy to see that. The President Weah took over. Yes, another thing I will tell you, at the stadium, I was just about from the podium, I was maybe 15 feet away because I'm a journalist. I got my LPR badge, so I could go anywhere. There wasn't stopping me. So when the president spoke, when he made this statement, Liberians will not be spectator in their own country, I yelled, 4 more years. Inaugural speech, or first time in his inaugural speech. And I'm saying 4 more years. People start looking at me. They find out I'm a journalist. Why am I doing it? Journalist is saying no kind of thing. What? I say I'm a Liberian. Well, do to be nothing. But when he said that, you know what that took me by? There's another case back in 1976, either 76 or 76. It couldn't be more than 76. There was a guy they called Barry. He got killed. At that time, I was working in a store on Benson Street as a store boy. And this guy on Center Street got killed because they said he took the candy in Center Street supermarket. He took the candy and they're trying to take the candy from his mouth in his throat, and they used the tip of the umbrella to take it. They killed him. 211 men. So with all that, the emotion was just too overwhelming. I saw it. So when President Weah came in, I'm not going to talk. This is not about Tabata tonight. This is not about CDC and Samson too and what have you. I'm just being truthful. So when President Weah came in, I never supported CDC. I was one of those who didn't believe that President Weah had it in him to do what is needed to do for that country to move country forward. But when I listened to that speech, I was quickly persuaded that this man, what he did on the soccer field, he would do it for the country. I was convinced. When I went home, I called the CEO. Because the CEO now our broadcast, I called the CEO. I said, the speech I heard today, that man would change. He said, yeah, he's good. So, yeah, A to Z. That's it. You know, George. But who coming here now? Oh, that's Jared. Oh, yeah, man. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Jared. Good evening, Jared. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, anyhow, I was convinced that President Weah was going to do exactly what he did for AC Milan and Monaco, that he was going to do the same thing for the country. The next day, on a Sunday, when I opened my Facebook page, I saw them dancing on the football field, singing their CDC song. An hour later, I saw Eugene Nangwe and Samuel Toa putting their finger to their mouth like this. They took the picture and they allowed that picture to be posted. I said, the one here that something else. Why these people were who they telling to shut up? From that moment, I started being very, very careful how I support, extend my support to the president. And when I came back to the state, by that time, I have heard all the news because I was there. Many of the sedition that went there for the inaugural, the kinds of stories they were telling me, some of them are relative, the kinds of stories they were telling me how people were buying jobs, how, according to them, Senator McGill, who is not senator, was standing there to sell position and things like that. And when I came to the state, when I came back here, I got back on my show. I became a critic of the president. And as I say everything every day, they prove me right. Every day, CDC will continue to prove me right. It didn't take long when we heard the take from Onwamalu. The rest is history. So when President Baka, when it was time for this election, when President Baka and the CPP started their wala wala, I was pissed. I thought it was a greater opportunity for them to show leadership, and they were not doing it. So I was pissed. I was on here. The CPP, the whatever they call them, I put all of them under the bus. And they don't have no leadership ability. All of them, including President Walker, I put everybody under the bus. And then I started getting engaged. President Walker started coming ahead of the whole thing. I said, okay, this man have the experience. Who must we trust right now to take what president we are and his people? What is any baby that born yesterday will know that these people are putting us in a hole? Who has the experience to take us out of the hole? Among all the political candidates and what have you, I felt President Baka has that experience, and I felt President Baka would do it for us. This is the reason why the liberal used to dance on his show for Baka. Now, what is happening in these few days? I will say, and I will not hold back. Adi Model, sell that car. Take that car back and get the people their money. Good evening, Sis Carter. Thank you very much. I'm just finishing my tabata here, and then we can go on with the discussion. Adimo, thank you. I mean, model, that would whatever I don't even know here. I told you already. I don't know that, but whatever model is, that car that causing so much problem, you are embarrassing the president. My opinion. You got money, and not to say you broke. You were flipped. You were pretty much carrying Unity Party on your bike with your money. Take that car back. That car, you can't even drive it safely in Monrovia anyway. What street in Monrovia that you will drive that car that you'll be comfortable with? No good street in Monrovia for you to drive that car and be comfortable. Why you spoil your own name like that? If that car is the way people are talking about it, take it back. Let the people, if they place your body card, they say, no worry, you finish, okay. Take it back. Don't even say I will buy it. No. Take it back. Let them sell it, and you put the money back to where it comes from. We cannot, because here's the thing in my opinion, and I'll come to Jerry and say Scott. If the president, who is also, my understanding, having to be his uncle, if the president is unable to suspend or fire, that's pretty much giving license to these young men to do exactly what Adimoda is doing. The president is going to be, and you, even me, Samson told here, that some of the reasons some of us not want job over there. I got too many relatives that when I get job over there, they will all come, they will want job. I can't in good conscience put somebody in a position that is not qualified. And if I say no, they will go back to my sister and start crying. My sister will start calling me, you be shy over there, and my son can't get something. Your son not qualified. So the best thing I can do, let me stay here. That way we don't no confusion. It's not easy to deal with family members. And for us to sit here and say, oh, the president can't just say the president will fire that the nephew. You know what the culture demands? So Adimuda, if you don't want to take the car back, resign. You're not broke, oh man. You don't need that job. Resign and let the old man have some breathing room. Jerry, that is my opinion here.
Well, thank
What
you.
What is on your plate? And we can start the discussion.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for our radio. Thank you for our listener. And George, so welcome. I think you're the only person on the line tonight, so that's good. But the
no,
starting story I have is
Sis Esther is here too.
Oh, I didn't see her. Okay, maybe I didn't see her. But anyway,
Sure.
my greeting to her. I'm excited. The president will be in our state next week, and we are doing everything possible to accommodate him to make his entourage and he himself made them comfortable in our state. So that's why I came in late, and we've been having a series of meetings. The president will be here next week. So we're praying that, have a safe trip and enjoy his stay in the state of Rhode Island. So these are the things we are working on. And the president will participate in the Liberian community. He will meet with the Liberian community. So we expect those who nearby, Connecticut, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire,
even California.
Yeah, we will come. Yeah, people from California. Thank you. You are welcome. But I know it's going to take you, some time. But those are nearby neighbor. They can drive from Vermont. What, 3 hours, 4 hours.
For me, that my beggar right, that my 2 weeks, 2 month beggar rice. And 2 month potato green, casali, pampador, everything we put together. I will have to give those things up for me to fly. We got a lot of money.
We got casali here. In fact, we got food here. You will eat. Any food you want to eat, we here. They supply us. But anyway, is it the thing. The board of directors. Here's the important thing. Anything we do in life is self-consciousness. It is your integrity. The integrity comes with a lot of responsibility. First of all, when the president appoints you to the position, that means she or he have respect for you or regard for you to execute what they are giving you. Let's talk to our combat minister, seeing it's a topic that you're talking about, your intro. Look at yourself. Do self-reflection. Look at yourself. Look self-reflection. And say what I'm doing, it is right. Or it's what I'm doing, it is good for the country, or is it good for the country. And the third thing you must ask yourself is, what is my legacy? So these questions you need to ask yourself. Arrogance said, no. Like you said, you already established. Why would you want to put yourself in a predicament? And the fourth thing I will advising is, as a minister, you must be allowed to speak. Once you speak to the press, you are incriminating yourself. There are things that you will say you cannot go by. It's like a bullet. When you fire, you cannot retreat it. When Spoon called him, he should have just said, look, I'm here to do this. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Compared to say they took money from ARA, from Meta account, and I bought a car. Now you implicate the commissioner of the ARA, the ARA too. He got to verify. He got to protect his own job. So there are a lot of kind of warrants you have opened up. And the thing is, I don't know him. I never met him. But you as an individual, you have your own responsibility. Let me conclude on this. The only thing you have in life, besides your wealth and everything that you say you own, property or homes or money or children, but the only thing you have in life, Mr. Toe and Mr. Collins, is your name, your repetition. That's all you have under the sun. When you're ready to go, guess what? They put you in that box, that's all you have. But your name will live forever. That's all you have. The way you're going to live in the community. When I was graduating from high school, Mr. Chico, the former he was speaker of the house from Grand Juliet. I think from Grand Juliet.
Chipo.
And he said this. He said, when you live in the community, do something positive. So when you leave, they will miss you. He said, graduating class, you are the representation of Liberia. You are the future of the country. But as your goal into the world, you are the ambassador. Do something good. Even in your working place, do something good. So when you leave, they will miss you. So, my dear brother or mother, you are work hard. You were former chairman for the Unity Party. It's your repetition. Most often, people remember the negative more than the positive. And two teams now. With harass issue, you were implicated. Now we got a car. I think there was something else again. I think that 3 issue. Maybe Collins will remind me. So now you become a liability to this administration. So it's time for you to do self-reflection, self-examination. Where are you going? What do you want as your ministry? What is your respect within the Liberian community? So I want to pause and we will have a discussion.
Thank you, Jerry. Good evening, Jerry. Thanks for joining us.
But you are welcome. It's the chief going to be here next week, so you can take the flight and be here. We're inviting you, Mr. Collins. I sent to you.
Thank you, Jerry.
I guess you don't have to go in the hotel.
Some of the money they need to cancel, we can, fly over there.
Yeah.
You were the old man. I need labor. I said labor, I was sending your ticket money and all of that. But y'all, thank you, man, Mr. Bacon, for the hard work. At least for the to come and for FPR to videotape the whole program. That I really want to thank you for that. The effort is very tremendous. We are praying and hoping that it come to pass. Even if we don't ask the old man question, at least let FPR be there to cover the program. That would be very fun.
It's guaranteed.
So, but yeah, Libra, thank you for allowing me on your show, and also Mr. Bacon, thank you too. But yeah, to join the conversation and chop in, you guys are on course. The only thing I am looking at is that instead of us discussing the president's speech, instead of that becoming the normal in Liberia, because for the past 6 years, we have not had the kind of leadership we have now, wherein our president will be speaking at the UNGA, and we will not be biting our tongue, listening carefully to know whether if you're going to say it, and all the kind of thing. The old man is an intellectual. He's speaking frequently, he's articulating the issue, he's informed, and all of that. He's presidential. So those are things that we were expecting for the past 6 years. We struggled with that. But yeah, we're glad. So I expected this to be a big issue. Like today, I saw another millstone that really shocked me, wherein the president and the former president, the only thing I felt bad that President Weah was not there, but the former president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and the president, they were all together, they were dancing. That showed unity, it showed peace. It's very good. This kind of
here in the United States?
Yeah. Because they're advocating for the slot.
They didn't get it yet, they're dancing already?
Well, they had a program today, so I think they voted upon it. I don't know the result yet, but yeah. So they were there.
Most likely they will go to Liberia because Liberia has been from the beginning. Liberia is one of the few African countries that have business, League of Nations, and what have you. I think they would really consider that, and I think Liberia most likely going to get it. But go ahead, Terry.
But yeah, but that was didn't what they're talking. I don't know what you were talking, but anyway. but anyway, you know,
you sure you're not gonna go in 2029, you're not gonna go against the light?
Where who me?
Yeah.
Well, if I see a candidate in a race that can beat him, to be honest with you, Darius Didon is not a bad figure. The only thing he have compromised too much a few times. And he making me annoyed with him trying to defend Yombly. Like Yombly, she's not ready having press conferences. She's not telling the Liberian people anything about the pro tem position, what she's doing. I think to me, you know, is not correct. But I want somebody who will represent Montserrat County in good faith, who understands exactly what they're doing. I don't think Senator Dillon actually that county is big. He and Sir Joseph, they don't need to be over there. The two of them don't need to be there. Let me just be honest with you.
What they all here in the US?
No, I think Sir Joseph in Liberia, but Senator Dillon is here. You know, Senator Dillon was on the public team, so he did very well. But
I think he posted his itinerary. He will be in your state. He coming to your state.
Who is?
Yeah, but the man guy, his brother, I think his son or something.
Yeah, he'll be in Minnesota. Next week, I think Monday he'll be in Minnesota.
To be honest, I have not really seen Honorable Dillon. I supported him for the previous, but my support started to decline because from his results are poor. His results in Montserrat County are poor. He and Sir Joseph, the results are poor. So buying hospital material, that's not the leadership that will send you to that place to do. You know, we want results. And the senator went to China. He came back. We didn't see nothing. The speech he gave there, we don't see him post it on Facebook. We didn't even know what happened, what ain't happened. No report. When your leaders go to these kind of places and have these kind of major engagements, when they return to the country, they should give report as to what was achieved and what you achieved. What was, you know, your accomplishment. Not only the president who should be asking for accountability, our leaders too, the representatives, the senators, they got to get up reports. Sir Joseph, what is your report for the county on a yearly basis? What are the yearly report to say, oh yeah, this year we accomplished this. The county development fund, this is what we accomplished with the county development fund. Give us a yearly report every year, or give us how you call it, 6 months or 3 months report. Let us have something that we will look at.
Quarterly, it'll be fine.
Yeah, quarterly. Let us have something that we'll look at to be able to know, to track what you're doing. But right now, as it stands, I don't know what they don't do. I don't know. I cannot lay my hands on what he have done over the period of years that he have been to that place. I can't. He and Yombly, I don't know what they have done. Really, we don't have that report, you know, and all of that. So I think that is something. But I would have hoped to see today President Weah, along with them, dancing together. That would have sent a very, very clear signal to the international community that Liberia is on the trajectory of a new page.
Thank you, Terry. What do you make of Adimo? I know you spoke on that extensively last night. You care to talk about it again tonight, or that's enough?
Oh yeah, my thing is labor. The Pape have to do the needful in order for the government to sustain. In order for his government to be, because this thing will haunt him if he don't. And I'm praying that what I'm thinking do not happen. I'm thinking that the old man will not take action. I'm thinking, just what you've been saying, that Amin should carry the car back. I'm thinking that is what they're going to do, that Amin will put the car back and he maintain his position, no suspension, no dismissal. I'm thinking that what will happen. And
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were saying something.
No, what I'm hoping will happen is this, because the President Walker doesn't say anything or do anything, then most of the uh, young people in his government that have access to finances and what have you, and they will start doing some stuff that would be ridiculous, to be honest with you. So, what I'm hoping that the minister will carry the car by, and the president will suspend him, will let him work without pay for 1 or 2 months, and I think that should be clear enough. Terry, and I will be very frank here. To fire already, that's small thing. That's small thing.
That is the step that
No,
you have to
Mr.
for
Mr. Toe.
for people
We're
to
not
see.
running a family. We're not running a family.
Yeah, that is
Right?
step. And you see, Pato is a traditional man, and the way he can say, I want to believe that Jahab or President Boka is thinking. But if he does that, it was not set a precedent for the other leaders in his government. It's not going to set.
Let me be ridiculous now. He fire model and do what I say model will do, and then he gave job to Mr. So. Mr. So can't do something. Fire Mr. So. Who cares?
Oh,
Good evening, Sis Cotto. We're discussing. What's on your plate, ma'am? Thank you for joining us.
Good evening to you guys, and good evening to the people of Liberia, the people whom
Thank,
I love most,
thank you.
and to those
Can
listening to
you
us
can you
at this
lower your
time.
can you lower your volume a little bit? Your mic volume is kind of
I don't
high.
even know it's not even closer to me here,
Okay.
but
All
I will
right.
see
Go
what
ahead.
to do about it. Yeah.
Okay. No, go ahead.
Uh, I'm so glad, you say, Liberia, you are lifted, and I listened to Maron, singing that song today. And it really made me lifted to some level because I could see our former leader and the present one together. And like Terence said, that it should have been good, we have
Let me
our
throw
former president there.
sister, please permit me, and this is my own view. And he's saying that she feel that just about you can't dance with the man. Ellen saying that she feel. I tell you, but go ahead, my sister.
No, no, but the thing is, Ellen said that the man should work for what he wants, and that I appreciate. That he worked for what he got, and he got what he got.
sure.
Okay, there will be no reason to say it was because of Ellen anymore. He got it because he worked for it, and that I agree with what she said. Okay, and like what many of you have said, and we don't want to fight for something that we have worked for so hard, to destroy. And for me, I'm one of those who saying that that car, if we've been complaining about Georgia government where people were spending huge sum like that, they should return the car. Because what a deal of you having a car and then taking another car of that amount. It doesn't make any sense to me. Right now, the country is at its point where it's like sanitizing. See what has happened with various institutions. Almost all of the ministries, all of the institutions in Liberia need refurbishing, renovation. I mean, trying to equip even offices, trying to, it's like regeneration, getting people on track to even go to work, looking forward to getting, reducing our unemployment rate. Then you come in as an individual, a head of an institution coming together, you alone together among a car. I would not tolerate it for no reason. It can be Joseph Barker, I would not accept for him to start doing that. We are working right now to see this government getting on its foot, like other people say, on its footing to see where we can now reduce the unemployment rate. Trying when I think many people will be saying, I listen to somebody saying the speech, nothing was in the speech. Can you imagine when people are blind or their ears are not listening, they will not hear? We saw a lot of policy issues in that message, and even asking that the United Nations should join us in the fight of drug. It's one of the challenging issues we have right now in our country because it's destroying the youth, and the youth today is our future leader. Okay, they are our future leaders. Okay, and those are some of the things we want our president to be advocating on behalf of our country. Okay, and going now to say we're seeing people who working in government institutions individually getting high, and the other day we talk about those who were even getting high on money. It is true that I get my education, I want to be well paid. Okay, but in an environment where at that level that you do not have, you have people there. I think our President Baka said 50%, but our margin is lower than 50%, the poverty rate. So we should not be having people spending lavishing money on cars and even individuals getting high earned money for this time. Let us try to build up the economy. If the economy is well, built, then of course our demand will be high because you work for your job. I mean, you get your degree, you should be well paid. But until then, we cannot have people, spending such a money that we don't have. I think for me, that's what I have to contribute to that for now.
Thank you. Thank you. You're good, Jerry.
You see, Colin said something about report when the leaders, especially our representatives. Let's put the president on one side, which of course is his obligation to report, especially with the press. But these leaders, they are greedy. They are greedy. When they are traveling, there are people who they're supposed to travel with that will write this thing to be able to stimulate this information back to their constituent. But when they come, guess what? They only come by themselves. They take that check and put it in their pocket. The allowance, they put it in their pocket. So who's going to do the writing for you? When you come, you didn't talk to nobody. But at least, listen, I work with Emmett Hammer for almost 1982 to almost 8 years. Wherever that man went, I went with him. The only place I was not fortunate to go was in Russia. At that time was Soviet Union. I was not able to go with him. But everywhere he went, and when we came back, there were mandated that will update or get certain information to the people, especially when during the election time. So this was obligation. But because our people, they are mean. Like my man used to say, a mean man can't find good woman. When you mean you can't find good woman. So that's the whole thing. Bring people with you. At least you can take 2 or 3% from your office staff. Bring them with you. And you say, look, this is what is happening. You got a special assistant in your office. Why a special assistant can't travel with you? Leave the money. These people, you see, we are making a sad mistake. These people who in your office, you are preparing them for them to succeed you for your legacy. Because it's a doctrination. Why do you think the Democrat, Republican, they always got Republican college, they got Democrat college here? Where people study liberals and conservative view. Because they prepare the young people. They mentor them. That when you leave, the legacy will continue. The person who will carry on your legacy. But we don't do this thing. We don't maintain it. We go, they get for the check, we put it in our pocket, we come here. In fact, most of them can't say they ain't even go in the hotel. What they do? Stay with relatives. That's fine. If you got relatives, that's fine. But the question is, you have to lay that foundation that when you leave that office, the person that will succeed you, when you are gone tomorrow, your legacy continue. These are the things we don't think about. This thing we don't think about tomorrow. If you send it to a representative, start mentoring people in their offices. Look, the person can succeed me, but don't be afraid of somebody to succeed you. That's the problem we're facing. We're scared. We're always afraid for somebody to succeed you. No, don't be afraid. Teach somebody to succeed you, because you know what? She or he, you had a reverend here. You know who succeeded Moses? Joshua. He took the people to the promised land. So when you train somebody to succeed you, your legacy still continue.
Thank you. So I've been challenged, and again, we're sitting in for Mr. So tonight, who was on assignment, going into some, trying to get some information about certain subject matter that we'll be discussing sometime. But let's change this. Let's change the topic now. The next topic that I'm going to introduce will be, and from a serious conversation perspective, no joke intended, will be CDC and Samuel Twe and this government. Samuel Twe, in some news article, that he will be vindicated, that he's staying ready to answer charges. 2029, there will be an election. CDC most likely will be on the ballot. And if the government, in this case, I predict that this case will not be adjudicated way after 2029. So my prediction and what I suspect, that if this case is in a court, to see, well, because before the election, there will be so many information coming from this case, based on testimony from other witnesses and what have you. So those testimony most likely will be made public, and so the public will then start weighing the testimony of these different witnesses with respect to Samuel Twe and how the finance minister was distributing money to Samson Twe and everybody else in the country who has nothing to do or nothing to contribute. So my thing is, and I believe also Samuel Twe will sing. There's no question asked. But I think but let's look at the whole case with respect to the 2029 election. Let me start with you, Terry. Are you listening, Terry? Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you guys.
Okay. I'm saying Samuel Twe case, as it dragged on to 2029, with CDC being the major player in the 2029 election and one of the powerful opposition, at the verge of maybe taking state power. I don't know. But this case, let's talk from the 2029 election with respect to this case. How does this case help or hurt CDC? Jared?
Well, in many ways, because President Weah kept Samuel Twe on the job with all the allegations of corruption that were leveraged against him, and he refused to take action in firing Samuel Twe or relocating him to another position in government. So, and people know how close Samuel Twe was to the president. So with the highlight of all these audit reports coming out, the only way it will change the story for CDC is that if President Boyka do not follow up on these audits. If Samuel Twe walk out of these audits with a clean sheet and a clean record, then CDC will have a shot at the presidency in 2029. But if Samuel Twe is caught between the scissors, you were saying like the other day, when you haul rope, rope will haul bush.
Now, my own, I said they already hauled the bush.
You know, so yeah. So the plenty information Samuel Twe get, when he goes to court, he will vomit it. And when he begins to vomit it, because obviously the government prosecutor will be the one to prosecute Samuel Twe. And if you have a good justice system that work in agreement with the president and work efficiently and knows the law like the justice minister we have, and he decides to press it with a good prosecutor, solicitor.
But Terry, let me stop you there and push back on that a little bit, or please clarify something. When you say working with the president, do you expect this president to be engaged in this judiciary process?
No, but I expect the president to put his foot down on corruption, his policies towards corruption, as he said he would. So he's already involved. I'm not saying like the justice minister, what you would do. The president is not a lawyer. He's not going to say do your work, but he's going to make sure that the law is followed and nobody play diddy dollar with from somebody Samuel 12 passing money under the table to bribe the justice minister and it go free. Like what was happening in Georgia government, you put former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in jail, then you take him from there again. Then you walk around, then you carry him back.
You mean the son?
Yeah, I mean the son of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf that was accused at Central Bank of, the 16 billion saga. So, these are things that we expect the president to not allow to happen. That's my position on the president action towards helping to enforce the justice system to become independent, to prosecute Samuel 12 according to the law. If Samuel 12 walk out of this free and fair, I can assure you, CDC is going to return back to power 2029.
Sis Carter, let's hear from you on this subject matter. That is, if you care to discuss it, or you're free to discuss whatever you want to talk about. Can you hear me? You got to unmute yourself.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. The issue with that, I don't know where you came from that issue would be, the case will be transferred to 2029. But it will be, if any reason, it will be at their disadvantage. Because it's always good to clear your doubts. That will give you the opportunity tomorrow when they have issues against you. You will say, well, I'll then clear off what I've been accused of. Like what we see our Snow always saying, oh man, I won a case and he cleared, or even though we know that he was not clear. But again, that's the judicial system that we have. And saying that the president should do something about it, we want the judiciary to do something about it. It's no longer with the legislature or the executive. Is within the purview of the judiciary. So if they sit there and that aspect of their case is not handled properly, it will be against them seriously. And we all know what has happened. For me, I try to set example on the past government that sanction had been on them. If they try to play with cases of such, we know what can become the outcome of these things. If it is not sanctioned, if the Liberian people can sanction them, there will be a time that we need the Liberian people. And Liberian people will tell them that you did not handle our cases or did not handle this case properly in the judiciary. So for me, the three branches are there. Everybody should be working on a parallel level, okay? It's not only everything has to be the president. The president is responsible for them to put the other result, the other report out. But the president is not there to change the decision of the judge or whoever, come up with a verdict. He has nothing to change except he want to give executive clemency. That of course will be bad on his part. So it is the judiciary responsibility now. They should be seeking of how to resolve this issue, or else it's going to be a serious bad mark on them. That's what I have to say on that issue.
Thank you. Let me come to you, Jerry. And from you, I would really like for you to speak on two aspects on it, two things with respect to this case. Number one, Samuel 12 is being charged by the Republic of Liberia, the government of Liberia, based on the audit report that was conducted under President Weah administration, under Samuel 12 regime. One. Second, Samuel 12 is also sanctioned for corrupt behavior. Do you think, from a security, and I know you're a security analyst and you also have knowledge of the law and what have you, do you think the government of the Republic of Liberia will put aside the sanction issue and strictly stick with the audit report, or you think they're going to combine those two, even if the public is not on the same page with them?
All right. First and first, the session report. I'm going to say session levied against the official government or the past official government is international basis. It's not Republic of Liberia that put a sanction. So let's get it off the record. That's essential. It had influence, yeah, but it's they might not have actually weight on it. But here's the thing I want you for us to think about first. It's time for Liberian government to sit and think. The previous trial, let's look at Mosuska case. The government sent her to court, and the Supreme Court have to reverse the decision. If we follow the same slappy work that was done on Mosuska case, there's a precedent. Let's look at the drugs issue that was in Liberia. The drugs people that were arrested, released by the trial because there was a sloppy work was done by our security forces or by the other whoever do the investigation, our investigators. That's number. So take that into mind. 3, we have the jury system. Similar to it, if our jury system is effective, well, we can discuss it another day. But we have similar to our option, 2 options, either to be tried by jury or to be tried at the bench. So he got an option. Okay. The third thing I want to do, you said then the third thing I want you to bear in mind, I can go in detail. You got a pre-trial. The pre-trial, probably the case will not go to court until maybe will not go to trial until next year. There's a reason why I say you gotta lower your volume because you're getting feedback. It will not go to court. It might not go to trial maybe until next year. Yeah, why? Because you got a pre-trial. The pre-trial, that's where you have the presentation or evidence are levied against him. The government have to disclose it to the defense lawyer. Whatever the defense lawyer have, they have to give it to the prosecutor. That's a pre-trial. Then the judge have to decide which one is admissible in the court, which one will be agreeable into the court. These are things. Then the third thing I want to emphasize, then you have discovery. This discovery, it takes another time. These are issues. So the discovery, when the discovery is the evidence that you have. So these are step by step by step. So, and it might take some time.
So I don't mean to interrupt. So my suggestion of saying that their case might not ready until 2029, then it's getting close then.
Well, I mean 2026, 2025. Well, it depends. If we want to on the expeditiously, because there's some time the defense lawyer might drag the case, and drag the case left with the judge or the attorney general to see how they expedite the case expeditiously. That's the only thing. But it takes time, and because they are document that the defendant might want to see, and they might go to court and say no, the other evidence it need to be suppressed. So these are what they call the pre-trial. The evidence cannot be admissible into court, and the judge will have to decide which one is admissible and which one is not admissible into the court. So the pre-trial, then the jury. And I forgot about that one. Jury selection. And I mean, it takes weeks or maybe close to, all depends. So the jury selection is some years to choose. The defense choose to go by jury. So you need about what? 15, 17 a jury. Okay? To be able to select the jury, impartial jury. So it's a lot of work to be done. But yeah, let me conclude this. Our constituent, the voter in Liberia, they are very unpredictable. They are very unpredictable. The voters in Liberia, our constituent is very. See, the history is there when you read the forecast. Look at Charles Taylor after the war. What they say? You kill my pa, you kill my man. So the people will come back and they say, Job, yeah, you corrupt, you're not corrupt. We'll bring you back. You understand? Look at. President Weah, you know book, guess what? We'll vote for you. So these are precedent. We have to look at this thing. We cannot sweep it under the rug. So our voters in Liberia, they are very unpredictable. So any other question on a legal issue I can answer it, but I mean,
Yeah,
so far,
I think they were on the phone. Yeah, so I think they were talking with somebody. So yeah, so so it is the
Terry, go
government.
ahead. I was coming to you. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think there was liberal, just what Mr. Bacon saying. I want to agree with him, but it is the government's going to persecute him, right?
Of course.
The persecuting lawyer.
Yeah,
So you have to have
the Republic of Liberia for the summer tour.
Right. So you have to have good lawyers to do that, right? And you have to have some good evidence to be able to bring him to justice and nip it. So, but I think that Samuel Twe have already showed some sign of defeat, because of his staying away in exile all those time and trying to prepare to come really shows a sign of defeat, and I hear some people are blaming Arthur Johnson. Arthur Johnson is a lawyer. He's just going to do his work. That is what he does. But the blame is not supposed to be on Arthur Johnson. The blame is supposed to be on the system. So I think Samuel Twe was the final minister of the George Weah-led government. And just what Mr. Bacon is saying, the Liberian voters are very unpredictable. So the thing that will make them to say, okay, you know what, we'll bring back President Weah is when you, the government, claim that these people corrupted, you claim that Samuel Twe stole money, you brought Samuel Twe to book, you had Nathaniel McGay on the LACC stuff. All these people were brought to justice and they went scot-free. It was proven by court of law that they did not take any money. Definitely it's going to cause, it's going to make the populace, the people going to say, why you people lie on the people? You people fool us. You people told us that these people stole our money. And then because of that, and with all the level of corruption going on in our own government, and we are not able to bring certain people to book and persecute them, they will not have confidence in us, and the people might overwhelmingly vote against the rescue mission come 2029. It could be whosoever. In fact, just what they did to CDC, by even going down to eliminating representatives and senators, they will do the same thing to the rescue mission.
Let me come in. Let me come in a little bit. I know you put a number on.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jerry. Nobody have called yet. If the people call, we'll let you know. Go ahead.
You see, Arthur Johnson, he's a brilliant man. Very smart man. That's a responsibility to defend his client. That's a responsibility. That's a responsibility to defend his client. Look, you cannot sleep. He make a good judgment. He's a brilliant lawyer. I want to give him credit because he negotiated with the government. Samuel Twe shouldn't be arrested. He come to the port, whereby the first thing is the man is a fugitive already. He did give him when they attack you got 4 days to show up. You got 4 days. They give you 4 days. That means 1 week, 40 hours anyway. So that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You got about 4 days. If you refuse or you do not show up, guess what? They issue you a bench warrant. That means you now become what? A fugitive.
A fugitive.
But he was smart, and they issued a warrant for Samuel Twe. He went to the court and said, with the Republic of Liberia, and say, listen, I will tell you my client, but these are the conditions that my client willing to come in. If you're not going to arrest him, if you're not going to arrest him when he arrives at the port, so the people work behind the scene. It's all we're doing here. We work behind the scene and say, okay, when he comes to the place, he shouldn't be arrested at the port. He will turn his cell in. And they say, one of the things I thought it was going to be, one of the conditions was Samuel Twe was supposed to turn his passport. I didn't know it was a pre-arranged on that issue, but Samuel Twe should have turned him a passport because the man got residence He got property in where the planning?
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. So he should have been restricted. You cannot leave this country, even though you put out a bond. But if you leave the country, you will fulfill your bond because he has set a precedent already. After he was indicted, he did not come on time. He never showed on time.
Right.
If the judge that one of the state should have they should have insist that Samuel Tuer passport should be turned over, that he will not leave the
But
country.
Jerry, though, Samuel Tuer, I believe, I maybe I'm wrong, but I don't believe Samuel Tuer Liberian passport is the only passport he has.
Yeah, but fine, but then you see that's the point. If he changed the passport and he got another passport to leave the country, that one of the conditions the government should have said he shouldn't leave the country until after he tried.
And they didn't say that.
I didn't know the condition.
I never read that
I
either.
showed there was some. I showed this. They had to say that.
Okay,
But
Anyway,
that the lawyer will be held responsible for that because that's what the bond is supposed to be for. The bond is to guarantee that Samuel Tuer is not going to go nowhere until pending or trial.
Yep.
So that's what the bond is for. So I don't think he's going.
Your bond there. You get a bond. It doesn't specify. There's no specification and say you cannot travel out of the country. You can leave.
I agree, but that's what the bond is for. The bond supposed to be there.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah.
All right, folks, if you're listening,
I don't know much about it, but what I'm saying is there should have been specification on that bond and say you turn in your passport, you're not allowed to leave the country until after your trial.
Okay, folks, Samson told LeBron Publirito was sitting in tonight for Mr. So, who is on assignment. And the number is out. Give us a call. We're not going to be here for the whole time. Give us a call, and let's hear what you have to say about these two subject matter that we're discussing tonight. And then while we're waiting for your call, we will now switch a little bit. Let's go to Jerry. Jerry, is there any other subject matter you think we needed to discuss?
Yeah, it was interesting. I think this week, I know he's now the former chairman for Liberian Party, Mr.
Liberty Party. Liberty Party.
Liberty Party. He resigned, and turned everything over to Madam Numli Kanga, Lawrence, and said, I'm done. I'm gone. I got nothing. I don't want to have anything to do with Liberty Party anymore. So it was interesting. So let's see what is the move he want to make. Because he very calculated, Mr. Ability, he very calculated to come and make that broad decision.
Let me take this call here. Caller Samson to Labrador Publirito, are you calling to contribute to the conversation tonight?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. All right.
The topic on science where we got to look at it in another car. The reason why I'm saying one of the person was giving the science way. The president Justin Minister is the older brother of Samuel Twain. We got to consider that also. And besides that, the reason why government found the other need to allow Samuel Twain to go through the processes that they never arrested Samuel Twain here or commit to the airport. Samuel Twain can remember the present police director in Papa Samuel Twain, Nathaniel McGill, and the former head minister concerned the plan for Bajan Yusua. So Samuel Twain issued they got to do it in a way that they can have the government can answer to Samuel Twain. But if Samuel Twain delayed it, or the lawyer, or the judge delayed it, or the toilet on the man, they say, I mean, the corruption case for people who may not like that case against Samuel Twain. And the thing I'm looking at Samuel Twain, even some official of the person dealing with them concerning them.
Terrence, can you guys hear Clarence?
No way.
Yes. Yeah, we're hearing.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Samuel Twain, the government really need Samuel Twain because we're not issue. The police need not know, and the government need not concern the corruption case. So a person in the country to me is good. Don't go through the process, don't observe and something. Yeah, whether you justice or the justice they get to play with it. Because when they play with it, to be looking at them. Thank you, Mr. Toll.
Thank you, Clarence, as usual. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Jerry.
You see, yeah, one of the things that is interesting with the government, it would, if they delay to 2029, like you said, the government will be a disadvantage. Yeah, why? Because you see, from now to 2029, you're talking about what, 6 years? By that time, people's memory begin to fail. Some of the witnesses that that will be witness into the case, probably some of them have moved. You cannot find them. Some of them probably might die. So it is good at this time for the government to say would try to get within 6 or 7 months or within a year time. Because see, the more you delay the case, witnesses the memory begin to fail. Witnesses move out of the country or they relocate in different states or different county. So it's difficult. So if I were the consultant to the ministry, to the Republic of Liberia, I would make sure that the case is done expeditiously so that these things, I mean, maybe the justice ministry, I know they are aware of these things, but these are the important steps into the case.
Okay.
I just
All
want
right. Let's wrap it up. Terry, I'll take this number down now. I don't even know if I want to take any more calls. Terry, what will be your closing here, because we're going to be wrapping it now until closes.
Well, my advice, I see Rovia George is writing a lot of stuff, and I try to respond. But my friend and brother, all we need is, I'm not saying that or what he named Senator Dillon is a bad person, but we need to progress. We're living in a new age where technology is available. If you're doing work and you are doing some things for the country, your work is to do oversight, all the kind of stuff. Just have a website, open a website, and online hire somebody that will online all the things you're doing. When you go to China, you come back, you go to the other place, you come back, all of what you do, let somebody jot down the information, online it, write it down for you. Like what Mr. Bacon said. Why you can't carry people with you on these visits? You got money to do it. Why you can't do it? You know what I'm saying? When you want to talk about this orphanage, I know the orphanage home we got for the
rehab, drug addiction.
Yeah, that rehab program. That
rehab
is an achievement. That is not the work of the senator. So what all he decided to do for himself, that is for his achievement politically. It will help him politically. That is not his work as a senator. So in my mind, he have not done anything yet. Let us see what you are doing on paper, documented, on your own website, where we can go and find a report and read it. Like you go now on the president's page, the president's speech is there. Everything the president is doing, all the things he engaging in, everything is lined up. You can see it. You can see all his work. That is what we're talking about. It's not hard. You just need to hire somebody to do it for you. Even the pro temp. You are pro temp, for God's sake, for the entire country. You get no website where we can go find your information. So in the morning you wake up, you just post on a fan picture on Facebook, you read one small thing on it, and you expect for us to use that to vote you in power in 2029? Is that what we're going to look at to decide our country's future? I would say no. If you see Amara, go and see Amara. Amara got his own information. He got his own structure. He got a structure. You go there, you will see a structure. The last time when Amara was giving the explanation to the Senate for only 10 minutes, he was explaining to the Senate why he believed the budget will alter. Amara brought a projector. That is why serious people do. In America here, the senators, your representatives, they got websites, they got places you can go and find all the information. You don't have to struggle. That is what we're saying. That all we want. If we want to progress, we must progress in a profound way that will make other people internationally to give us respect. Like last, I was listening to the girl from Gono, that girl from Nima County, what was supporting JMB. All right, she's the superintendent now, I think, in Nima County. Clarence Jackson there went there to go interview her. You know what she said? She said because she was advocating for some investors to come to Nima County there to do some work. You know, she said, you know what she said the people told her? The people told her, say she need to clean the place. They told her, they say, when you get the place clean, when you clean the place and set up some things, it will attract us. We will come, we will see what else we can help. So that means people are looking at your work. They're looking at your surrounding. They're looking at what you are capable of doing, what you're putting forth that will attract them to you. How structured are you for them to see, to know that you are ready to make an impact that will attract them to you? Once they don't see a structure, they see you to be a scam. That's just my point, bro. So,
Thank you.
for the Amin Modar issue, that's my point. I think President Boka needs to suspend Amin Modar pending investigation. For Samuel Twe issue, if the government do not do what it's supposed to do, I'm sorry, Jovia is going to return 2029.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you very much. Let's meet on Monday. Thank you. Jerry, give us your closing.
Yes, closing. Well, all road lead to Rhode Island next week. That's all I can tell you. You're welcome. But no, on a serious note, everything is very serious. The president is coming here. It's a serious matter. But yet, we Liberians, we have to love Liberia before ourselves. One of the things I noticed is that we are selfish. We only care for ourselves. Until we can realize that this country, if we better it for ourselves, we enjoy. Look, we in Rwanda, look at Rwanda. People taking their children now. Most Liberians go to Rwanda, they don't go to school. You know how it was done? Rwanda principle, Rwanda and Gambia. The food you eat from Brussels to Monrovia, they come from Gambia. The Gambia that provide that food because they got food security. So they're going through their training. So all the food that you can eat, that food they give you from what the plane name? From Brussels to Gambia to Liberia. Food they produce by the Gambia people. Look at Rwanda. You know how Rwanda was done? They empower the people. Peaceway community, yes. We'll give you water, we'll give you a light, but you know what? You're the one who will dig your hole. We'll provide a technical aspect of it. But you see, when somebody is involved, they are part of it, they will protect it. But in our community, what we do is Liberian property. Liberian property, government property. So nobody protect it. But when you empower that person, that's what the Rwanda government did. We're coming to Peaceway people, yes. So we'll give you water, we'll give you a light, but we'll bring the pipe, we'll do the thing, but we won't have manpower to dig it. So people have supply of water. They say they're clean. Look at Mary Brewer. Mary Brewer, they are the same mentality they do in Rwanda. Every first Saturday, they clean the city. Everybody in your neighborhood. So they empower the people within the state until we can allow the brain people need to empower themselves. If we start empowering the people, they are part of it. But we exclude them. Everything is the government. No, let's include the people. Yeah, you must say here. Somebody put a trash outside, you're scared. That means bringing your property value down. If somebody put a trash in front of your house right now, the first thing you call is City Hall. Because your property, because you are involved, because you don't want your property. But the Liberian who had to get a responsibility to the taxpayer themselves.
Right.
And say, look, we want to do this, but here's the thing you need to contribute. Then they embrace it. Liberian people will not listen. We are hardworking people. And Liberian quick on to follow the rule. They just need for us to give it to them. In closing, look what's happening when George reacting to power. What people are having? They used to have free meeting. Guess what? So we are saying no more free meeting. Today, the people are living with it. Liberian people, we are hardworking people. We are not lazy. They just need to lay down the rule and say, this is what we're going to do, and we enforce it. It will work. So far, have a good night. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Our CEO, wherever you are, have fun. I know tonight you're not watching us, so I don't see you reading part of Tabata. You don't read any Tabata tonight.
You play, hey, looking at no way to tell. Maybe you want inspiring, but you can't make it.
Esther sent some prescription to him. You're fine.
Thank you. No, they're knocking out.
Yeah.
But in closing, We'll pray for Josh, our senior analyst, to come back. I
Right,
hope he will do
right,
doing good with
right.
him. We pray for him every day for him to be back. He's our senior analyst. We'll pray that he come back.
Thank you. Okay, guys. Thank you, Terry. And I'll say good night to you as well, Terry.
Yeah.
Terry, can you hear me?
Okay, George. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I will check the website but send me the link now. Put the link on there.
This guy, I think that Darren did not man. That Darren did not man.
Yeah, that did not man.
It's developing his
did not support him, but we gotta say what we gotta say. But you can put his link here. I will get it and go check his website and see what's going on. But it's a good thing. He just try to talk.
All right, sir. See
All
you.
right. Good night.
Yeah.
Good night, Jerry. Again, folks, Samson to Labro Pabrito. I want to thank all of you again. Sister Esther, Joyce, thank you very much. All of you, Clarence, you call in. Thank you. I really appreciate it when we do these things. When we have these kind of conversations, they're very useful to all of us. And we'll do our best to be back here again Monday. Thank God. We'll pray to God to be here on Monday and have the conversation with you, because I think all of us have interest in seeing Liberia move forward. With that, I will say good night to all of you. Let's meet again. Mr. So I'm sitting in tonight. He said I'm going to say it every time. So I not say more than 5 times. Esther, you my witness. I says, Esther, you my witness. And I say more than 5 times tonight that I'm sitting in for Mr. Soul. And I'm being very, very, very much no lot of tabata here tonight. You saw it. So you might Tuesday and say, Wednesday and say, I'd let you say in for me. You were all there, that tabata. No, that's not it. Okay, folks, Samson to Labro Pabrito. I want to thank all of you, and I will say good night to all of you as well. Good night, folks.
Naluki ona katia kinshasa bobi ba mama